Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 2 of Pillars of Eternity, the backer beta. In episode 1 we created our character, which is Zoe the Wood Elf, Ranger, there we go. And what the Ranger gets is actually a companion, and that whole aspect of the game is pretty cool. Before we get started, there's a few things to note in the backer beta. First things first, we are in a kind of like a side questy area, so there's no main story spoilers in what we're going to be doing in this beta. So that's good to note. We are currently in the village of Direford. So there we have it. As well as all that stuff, they give us 4 generic companions right off the bat, because we are technically level 5 in this area. So we got some generic BB characters. We get a fighter, we get a rogue, a priest, and a wizard. So we get to test out, 4 of the probably the most popular classes in these types of games. So we're gonna go ahead and individually look at them real quick here. So basically, we got this fighter here. He gets a few interesting skills. He's got the defender skill that is an active skill, or actually it works as like a buff, I guess. You can activate it on or off. What happens is that you get slower attack speed. Your attack speed is times 0.8, so you slow down a little bit with your attacks, but you get +2 enemies engaged, +5 deflection, +1 engagement range, or engagement range. Yeah, there we go. This one here is constant recovery. It's always active. You get plus 1.44 stamina per second, so that's very good for actually using skills. I think skills is what drains your stamina, maybe getting hit as well. I'm not exactly sure, but as we progress, I guess we'll figure it out. We also get this one here, knockdown. I've actually tested this out. I've played about an hour and a half of this area just to test things out, and all the characters are pretty interesting. I mean, there's some that I like more than others, but knockdown, very useful. Actually, very, very useful. And we got this one here, and actually, if you could see here, I don't know if it's super visible, but you can use this two uses per encounter. So it's not per day or per sleep cycle, whichever way you want to call it. This is actually per encounter. So per fight, you get to use knockdown twice. So you can use it. You don't have to be scared to use it, because unless it's like a fight that has a lot of enemies in it, you feel free to use knockdown. It's very good. This one here, you only get 1 per encounter. It's for combat only. I'm assuming you can use knockdown for out-of-combat purposes. You get +20 deflection, +20 fortitude, +20 reflex, +20 will. So again, a very good way to buff your defenses with the fighter. And we get a weapon set is just an axe here. He's also equipped with a crossbow. So there we have it for the fighter. Very important character, actually. He's definitely going to be the tank of the party right now. We get the rogue here, who gets the reckless assault, which is -10 deflection, but you get +10 melee accuracy and range accuracy, as well as +5.9 melee damage, and the same for range damage. So this also works as a buff. You can turn it on or off. I'm probably going to actually leave it on, and same for this guy here. I'm going to leave his defensive thing on. I mean, you attack slower, but since he's pretty much our only tank character, we might as well beef up his defenses. And sorry, I'm losing my voice here. And then here we got, did we do this one? The finishing blow, actually. This is quite common for rogues, actually. It's pretty cool. So basically what happens is that the precise deadly, you get a deadly strike on a wounded enemy, or an enemy that has very low stamina. So it's a good way to finish an enemy off. It's a skill you use obviously on hard fights, because you only get 2 per rest, so it's not per engagement or per combat. Also escape, which is actually very handy, but again, you only get, well, actually this one's 1 per encounter, so it's something you can use quite often. The rogue is very squishy, and of course our rogue is going to be more melee, so it is going to get attacked and damaged quite often, so the escape is going to come in very handy. We also get Crippling Strike, which is very useful as well. You get 2 per encounter. I really like these encounter ones, because I don't have to be too scared, to use these abilities, because you don't want to always be resting. Plus, resting, at least in Baldur's Gates, was always a pain, because you could rest and then these enemies would randomly attack you, and it was just, you really want to rest when you have to, pretty much. And then we're equipped with, what is this? Fine hatchet. So we got a small little hatchet. We also have a bow equipped, so we can switch to range with this character if we do want to. I'm probably going to actually use both. Then we get, actually there's no, oh, we activated the buff, right, the Reckless Assault, so -10 deflection. Here is the priest. So the priest actually, these are all level 5 characters, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned it, but we're all level 5 right now. Actually, we have to level up our main character, but we'll do this after we take a quick little overview of these companions. So the priest here gets the Holy Resistance, which is 3 per rest. So you get to use this 3 times per rest, and it recovers a whole bunch of stamina. I don't think you can... I've been testing this one out. I'm a little confused. I assume, like, when I see plus signs, I'm assuming it's some kind of healing. Obviously, stamina is kind of like health in this game, or in any game that uses stamina. Although when I click it, it doesn't really give me an option to use it on one of my allies or companions. I think this is just for herself. For this particular character, use this, and you're going to regain 120 stamina per over 3 seconds. Then you got Interdiction here, which is once per encounter, and it attacks will. On attack, you get plus 15 accuracy, and you can daze the enemy. So, you know, very useful on tougher enemies, I guess. And since we're level 5, we get these are the priest skills. These are the level 1 skills, level 2 and level 3. And again, like I said, we're level 5, so you know all these are unlocked. So the little number here, the 4, 4, and 2, is how many of these skills or spells rather you can use per rest. I'm assuming, even though it doesn't actually say for the rest, I'm just going to assume it's for the rest. And, I mean, there's a whole bunch of skills, but you know what? We're going to go through all these once we actually get into combat. These are pretty much all combat-oriented spells. And we're equipped with a mace here on the priest. And it's the same thing with the wizard. He's got the level 1, 2, and 3s, and he can use 4 of the 1s, 4 of the 2s, and 2 of the 3s per rest, I'm assuming. I'm assuming the rest thing. I could be wrong. I haven't actually gotten to the point where I had to rest or ran out of spells to cast with my mage. He's also equipped with a wand, which is a ranged attack, so that's good to know. Good to note as well. And he has this thing here, which is you can use this twice per rest, and it gives you plus 25 deflection on the wizard. Though it's not something you cast on someone else. Does it actually tell you here if it's the Holy Resistance modified by how well? Yeah, okay, so this is definitely, the Holy Radiance is definitely used on the priest. You can't actually use it on an ally. So there you go. Those are the 4 generic BB characters, and we're going to, obviously, it's going to make a lot more sense once we actually enter combat. I don't want to babble too long here. It's already been 7 minutes of babbling. So yeah, I mean, really, we're ready to get going, but first things first, though, we definitely have to level up our character, so let's do this right away. Now, what I've noticed is that you can't level, right now we got 4 levels to do. And I can't do them all in one shot. You have to do one at a time. I'm going to go ahead and just pretty much max out Survival. Survival allows characters to make better use of the food and potion items they find. The higher the character's survival skill, the longer the duration of such items. So that's actually going to come in very handy. And as well, Survival can be used in conversations and scripted interactions that involve wilderness challenges or specialization information. So I kind of like that idea. So I'm just going to go ahead and max out this skill. I don't know how to use it right now. There doesn't seem to be any options to use these. They're like auto right now, but I'm assuming you get to choose when you're going to use this. Same thing for mechanics. Mechanics is basically for lockpicking and stuff. It also does out of combat things. Same for lore. Lore is actually very interesting as well. And I would probably want some points in there, or at least have one character with lore. Lore is very good at finding like weaknesses and whatnots there, and I mean the standard stuff. If you've played these kind of games before, I mean this is all, you know, this is all very familiar. So let's go ahead and do next. So this level up, we got plus 6 in our survival. We've also unlocked this class unlock, which is Defensive Bond. Basically what it does is that we have us and our pet, because when you take a ranger you get a pet, or not a pet, it's actually I forget what it's called, but it's an animal that follows you, and you guys are bonded together and all that stuff. If you watched episode 1, you probably saw that I took the wolf, and basically this just increases our defenses when both of us are subject to the same area of effect attack. So if we're both being attacked by the same area of effect, our defenses grow. So very interesting. It's a passive, so we don't actually have to activate that or anything. And we got no new talents, so let's go ahead and do done. We'll go ahead and level up again immediately. And again, I'm just going to keep the theme of just maxing out survival. I can get it up to level 8, I think, if I do this. And that's what I did in my other thing. I'd rather just test one thing at a time just to see, you know, high survival, what is that going to give me. Now, we get to choose a talent. Weapon-focused adventurer. I mean, there's a few good ones. Weapon-focused knight, noble, peasants. I mean, I really liked this. There's one that really stood out. I mean, there's Hold the Line, which trains the character in new defense strategies, increasing his or her engagement limit by 1. Not sure that's going to be all that interesting for a range character, but the Vicious Companion, that would have been cool, but I don't think... If you're going to take this, you probably should have taken the bear. No, not the bear. There was the lion. The lion's the one that does the most damage. So you combo this with the lion animal companion, and you're probably going to do some pretty good damage. We have the wolf, and I think I like this. The bonus wounding shot? No, not the bonus wounding shot. Actually, we'll read it, though. The ranger's aim becomes deadlier, allowing them an extra use of a wounding shot per encounter. So we could get 3 wounding shots instead of 2. That's actually kind of interesting, because wounding shot is very good. Swift and steady. This is the one I like. The ranger becomes better able to shoot quickly, reducing the accuracy penalty of swift aim. Now, swift aim is our buff, which we get an aiming penalty and some defense penalties, but we shoot faster and reload faster. I kind of like the idea of this. I've already taken it, though, and I didn't really notice a huge difference, though. Maybe I feel like trying something else. Vicious Companion actually sounds pretty interesting. Then again, an extra wounding shot. I mean, everything sounds so freaking good, though. I mean, that's the beauty of these RPGs. You want everything, but you can't, so that's where the replayability comes into play. War Wand Bow, gaining accuracy with all weapons of those types. Now, we already have pretty high accuracy. We don't really care. This one will increase... Here they use the battle axe, sword, Morningstar crossbow, gaining accuracy. Okay, that's the same thing. They all seem to do accuracy. No, this one's a bit different. Quarterstaff, hunting bow, and increasing the accuracy. Right, this increases accuracy of weapon types. Now, I don't really want to go into that. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and shut up and just take the wounding shot, because I actually like the idea of having 3 wounding shots per... is it per rest or engagement? I think it's per rest. I like that idea, actually. So let's go ahead and do next. That's our level up. What's this? Marked Prey trait. Okay, there's a missing picture on that one. And Marked Prey, 1 per encounter. Designates a single target as a prey. Oh, yes. Okay, this thing's really good. Designates a single target as a prey, giving the ranger and animal companion a damage bonus against that target until combat ends. So that's very cool, actually. Very good. And what's this one do? Marked Prey trait. Yeah, I guess that's just a bug, I guess. Like I said, there's a few bugs. It's definitely in need of a quick little patch just to fix some of the annoying things. And I'm going to go ahead and, again, like I said, I'm just going to max out survival. We'll do next. I don't think this one gives us anything else. No, we get nothing for that one. And now we have our last level up. Again, it'd be kind of neat if they just allowed us to do all this in one shot. But, again, it's no big deal. Actually, I just need 3 points to get to survival 8. I might actually put some points in lore. I mean, we start with stealth. That's a trait that the elves get, or is it the ranger? I think it's the ranger that gets an extra, gets a point in stealth. I mean, lore, we already have a character. There is a character with 2 lore. I might as well maybe pass on that, but it seems kind of odd just going with 1 thing. You know what? I think I might want the lore, actually. I'm going to go ahead and do one level of lore so that we're level 2. And there we go. Next, do we get anything else? Yes, we do get the Stalker's Link. Long experience fighting together enables the ranger and animal companion to fight as a highly efficient team. Enemies engaged with the animal companion become flanked while the ranger has a ranged weapon equipped and is opposite the target. Okay, I don't know if that sounds wrong, but okay, so basically if the wolf is attacking an enemy, we get a flanking bonus if we're ranged, which we are, so that's where the wolf is going to come in very handy. And there we go, we are leveled up, we are ready to rock and frickin' roll, finally, after 15 minutes of babbling. You know what sucks is that there probably won't be all that much combat in this particular episode, because there's a lot of stuff to do in the city. I'm going to do it, I mean, I've done it already, you know, a few times, so I know what to look for, and I'm just going to talk to the key characters, and I'll skip dialogue just to speed things up, but yeah, there's something to grab here. We're going to grab that. I mean, you have to really keep your eye out for certain things. Not everything is super visible, which I kind of like. It allows us, as the player, to, you know, to pay attention to the environment. If you press Alt, you go into Scout mode. I'm not sure exactly what Scout mode does. I mean, it shows the enemy, I guess their range, and this is, I don't know, I'm not quite sure how that works. There is something to pick up here, at least there was in my last game. Come on, finger. No, get out of the way. Get out of the way. I'm telling you, man, I'm not crazy. There was something to pick up here last game. Ah, right there? No. Boar companion. Anyways, let's talk to this guy here. I don't know why you have to go to the feet to engage combat, and plus when you click sometimes nothing happens, which is a bit annoying when you want to start talking. So there you go. This guy's just going to activate a quest. I could draw her out. Yeah, sure. I have a few questions for you. Right, continue. Remind me of what the hell. Alright, let's go back to our search. That didn't activate a quest? Did I fuck it up? That was supposed to actually activate a quest, and it doesn't seem like it did. That might be a bug. I'm pretty sure it activated it in my last game. Or the last time I played real quick. Did I activate everybody's buffs? Yes, I did. Okay, good. Does this guard have anything interesting to say? Yes, he does. I haven't seen anyone like that. Who is she? Right, end dialogue. Okay. Like I said, there's a few bugs. It's, I mean, what can you do, right? The game, this is just the first beta, and, you know, I'm sure the patch is going to come soon. Now, I like to explore. There's a lot of placeholders right now. Everything has a lot of these, you know, pictures, but, of course, by nature, I'm an explorer, and I want to grab everything. Grain again, we're going to grab the grain. There is crafting and enchanting in this beta, so we're going to hopefully get to explore that aspect of the game. And there was something else that was actually interesting that was in the beta, and I forget now, but I'm sure it's going to come back to me as we keep playing. You got nothing to say. The villager has nothing to say either. And I'm pretty sure that was the only... These are the only two things that had stuff, so let's keep going. Again, I'm going to try to do this quickly. I mean, the city's not really big. There's not, you know, that much, you know, stuff to do and that many people to talk to in the city, but there's still some key people to talk to activate quests. But I'm a little worried my game might be bugged out right now. There's something else I noticed with the bugs, well, actually, yeah, with the bugs, is that right here, when I loaded my game, my auto pause, everything that I had checked had unchecked itself, and it does it every time, so I'm just going to keep everything unchecked. And it's just, you know, you press spacebar to pause in combat, so... I mean, really, technically, if you've played these types of games before, you don't really need the game to auto-pause itself. You're probably going to be pausing the game every 2 seconds anyways. So, no biggie on that one. What's wrong? Yes, this guy, this is, tell me how I can help. I like that option. So basically, this is just us. We have accepted a quest, and the quests are not activating. Ah, fuck me, man. That sucks. Quests aren't activating. Ah, that's a bad bug. Anyways, this quest was actually for us to go find an ogre in a cave. I mean, I'm gonna do these anyways. I'm assuming they're active, even though they're not showing in the journal. That's a shame, actually. See, every time I reload the game, there's always something different that happens as far as bugs are concerned. We got some vegetables. Yes, let's grab the vegetables. You know, healthy bodies and whatnots. No chips for us. Was there anybody important to talk to here? No, I don't think so. Alright, let's keep going, let's keep going. I think one of these guys had something of interest to say. No. You? No. I know I said I knew where to go, and I'm still talking to everybody. But, anyways, I've read all the dialogue already, and I don't really feel like... doing it right now, not for the beta anyways. Of course, when the game releases, I will definitely be doing a full playthrough, and yeah, definitely going to be going through all the dialogue and all the side quests and all that juiciness. Oh yeah, this is the first merchant. We don't actually have enough money to do anything, and then we could just talk to him and he just whatever. So let's see what he has. I mean, we got this stuff to sell here. I don't know why these guys have this on them. I want my main character to hold everything. So if you click this is supposed to do what? This is the party view. This is our ingredients view, I guess. That's weird. And our stash, because we do have a stash. I don't think I've shown that already. So anyways, there's a few things we can buy, but we don't have the money. Right now we only have 1,500, and everything is pretty expensive, actually. I mean, I would like the fine hunting bow, and that's probably what I'm going to save up for. And anyway, so that's the first merchant. Obviously not for right now, because we don't have the money for it. Let me actually do the inventory real quick and show. Whoops, every time I click something I'm scared the game's gonna bug out on me. So this is your quest items. I really like this. This makes managing your stuff a lot easier, and like anything quest related, bang, is in here. And then you got your stash, And I mean, each character can only hold a certain amount of slots, so keep that in mind. And I mean, the stash seems to always be with you, so obviously you just want to keep, you know, consumables on your party members, right? Like scrolls or potions or food or whatever you're going to want to use in combat. And this is actually the crafting area. You just click crafting, and the recipes, or the known recipes, are already here. And if you click on them, it tells you what you need. Now, this is really cool. I've been playing a lot of Divinity Original Sin, which has a really, really deep crafting game mechanic. But the recipe area is horrible, and this is exactly how I envisioned it being, really. I mean, this is how I want it. Give me the name of you know, the thing, and then tell me what I need to make it. Because having to, you know, figure out riddles all the time gets a little bit tedious. Plus, you know, you can tab out and go check on the forums and whatnot, so that's also very annoying. I really like the way they've done it in this game. I really, really, really like this. But anyways, we don't have enough stuff right now to actually make use of this. So let's, did I go in here? Yes, that's the, whatchamacallit, merchants. Let's keep going. There's actually not much more to do here. There's a few exit areas. There's 4 exit areas, but they all lead you to the world map, and you choose a section after. Actually, that reminds me, or actually we won't see it from here. That's not. This is just the area view. Then I talked to you? I don't remember you. Why are stocks limited? What did you find? I could get the egg for you. Continue with a big T. I'm pretty sure that's a bug. Tell me again about the Dragon Age. How did you get burned? Looks like it hurts. I didn't talk to this person in my other game. I guess I had missed the character. What's wrong with the roads? Right. Show me your wares. So what do you got? Okay, so you seem to have a lot of, well, Settler's Arrow. Now if you click on this, or hang on, cancel, you right click on this, it gives you a description of what it is. Mushrooms. Okay, so this is probably an ingredient. Whoops, I hate the fact that scrolling also scrolls the camera. Anyways, whatever. Again, we don't have that much money right now to do anything. So we're gonna just get out of that. Again, it did not activate my the quest, so that's a little bit annoying. When I end this episode, then if I've noticed that the quests aren't active, I'll just reload and anyways do it again. And episode 3 might be slightly different than right now. Then again, we haven't done anything really. But hopefully it's still entertaining enough, right? I mean, explaining, really this is like an overview of the backer beta, and in the next episode we'll definitely be going into tons of combat and exploring the whole combat stuff, which is actually really, really fun, and it brings back memories doing the combat, which is really cool. Let's go ahead and talk to these guys, or this guy here. I really hate that I have to click defeat to talk. It's very odd. Okay, show me what you have to, actually, what do you got going in here? Talk, right? This guy also activates a quest, if I'm not mistaken. He's got stuff to sell, too. He's got some good armor. There's a lot of people here in the city with a lot of stuff, but everything is so damn expensive. So we're going to go ahead and miss. There's something to open here, but this guy won't let us. He's going to get angry. I mean, we'll come back, and I'm assuming I can sneak. If someone has a high enough sneak, I could probably sneak, unlock, and get in that room, is what I'm thinking. But again, the game, not everything is working, you know, as it should be, so I'm not sure that would actually work out. But okay, so that's pretty much it. There's just one last area, but again, it's kind of pointless going to it because none of my quests are getting activated. But there's the main whatever it's called here. What's it called? The main inn. So this is basically, I mean, there's like 3 different types of quests. If I click my journal, press J, everything's all out of whack here. This wasn't like this before. So you got your tasks, your quests, and then there's the main thing, I guess, of the area. Like the main quest, I guess, and then like side quests and then tasks you can run, but nothing's activating right now. So in fact, I won't even save after I'm done recording, and I'm just going to reload and do it again, just so that everything in the next episode is working properly. A lot of people to talk to here. If I remember correctly, there's only really this guy that had anything interesting to say. And we're just going to go ahead and, whatever, do it real quick. You said you don't, whatever, right. Who lives here? Tell me about him. Again, I've read all this already. I don't feel like, you know, doing it again. Oh, you can hire adventurers. That's true. We can do that. And here's a list of adventurers. You can get a level 1, a level 3, a level 2, and a level 4. I don't really care for that right now, actually, to be quite honest. I don't really feel the need to do that right now. The party we have is decent enough to manage the first combats anyways. You still have to be careful. Again, we're playing on normal, but it keeps sliding back to easy, but I've had bugs where the game was like almost impossible, so everything is very glitchy still, is what I've noticed. Let's go upstairs real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and... Oh, come on, click. What's wrong? There we go. Okay, there's someone missing, that's why. Okay, so if everybody's not there, it kind of screws up. Now we should work. There we go. Everybody has to be together. We are a party after all. Now we can open this door. And this was a quest. I don't know if it's actually going to work now that nothing's activating. Oh, actually the quests are working. They're just not registering. That's interesting. Okay, so yeah, let's relax. I don't really want to fight this guy. I'm going to let them... I'm going to be honest, actually. I want an honest character. So there we go. We've completed this quest, although... nothing's gonna happen. There is some stuff to grab here, though. We're gonna do that. There's some cha-ching, some mana. It's called Copper Pand. Okay. And so let's go ahead and take that. There's a few other things to explore in this area. There we go. We can unlock this. Again, see, unlock. Usually you have to use your... Okay, mechanics required 2. It's locked. So let me grab this character. She has actually, if I take a quick look at her, she has mechanic... No, that's our character. I want you. Yes, there we go. So mechanic, you have mechanic 6, so she's going to be able to unlock this. There we go. Grab it all, baby. Oh, there was a weapon there. Okay, so the loot seems to be random, because in my last game that wasn't there. Whoops. No, you, please. Come on. I clicked the portraits. You have to double click, though. It's... and it doesn't always work. Very frustrating. Come on. There we go. Oh, cool. What's this? Okay, we got some silver, gauntlets of accuracy, and a peridot. Take all, baby. Let's take all. Right, you got your formations here. This is a bit glitchy as well. Different formations you can do, but then you click on, like, say, this one. Nothing changes. It's I'm not sure this is working as intended right now. And plus the no portrait here took me a while to figure out that was my wolf, actually. Why isn't select all? Alright, there we go. Open this door. Was there something there? No. Pretty sure there was something to, yeah, right in the back, right there. A little bit tricky to see, but it's there. And we got a Peridot and Moon of whatever. I just grabbed it and I didn't have time to read it. So there we have it. That's pretty much it for this city, actually. And we're going to go out into the wild in the next episode and test out the combat. Actually, did I talk to this guy real quick? This guy was story related. Let me do that before ending this episode. End dialogue. No, it was this guy here. Continue. I don't even know why I'm bothering with all this, but I guess it's just to show you guys that this is, you know, these are the important characters to talk to. Feel free to, you know, check this out. Now, we don't have the requirements for certain things here, and what's cool is that it doesn't tell you what, you know, happens if you have this, so that's pretty neat. Lore 5 would have had an option. Intellect 14 with Lore 4 is probably the best choice because it's got such a strict requirement. But that's really cool that they don't actually tell us what would have been said. So yeah, pretty cool on that. And I see, but going back, right there we go. Let's go back to previous questions. I have the perception for this one, so there we go. Now, every time you talk to someone, even though it might be another one of your companions that triggers conversation, it seems like it's always your main character that's going to be in conversations. At least that's the vibe I'm getting, because I don't think I actually initiated conversation with this guy, unless our fighter's got 14 perception, which I really doubt. That wouldn't make much sense. Tell me about yourself. Right, goodbye. So that would normally activate another quest as well. So now we have some stuff to do. I will show you guys the world map real quick before I put a cut in this episode. And like I said, in the next one, we're definitely going to be doing the combat. It's all going to be all about combat in the next episode. So there you go. Let's quickly get to the bridge. Actually, there's someone else to talk to here. I think there was an ingredient to grab, and by nature I must grab everything. Wait, right here? No. Now there is a feature in the game. There's called expert mode. I went through that in my episode 1, and expert mode kind of forces you to, you know, check everything out on yourself if you have that active. I didn't actually activate it, so things should pop out, but they're not. So I don't know. Again, I'm not sure things are working all that great right now. I don't know what's worse. Unlock merchants. You must gather your party before venturing forth. Right. So we're actually at the end of the side. But like I said, any direction you go in doesn't really matter. You just click the compass thing here, and it brings you to the world map. So we got 2 areas to go to. We can go to Stormwall Gorge or Dire Ford Crossing. We're actually going to do Stormwall Gorge in the next episode. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you all next time. Ciao.